Leroy,
it's all relative.
Let me jump in here. Let's switch gears a little bit. I'm curious your take because Kevin Stefanski's obviously not had a good year. The team shouldn't be this bad, right? And they're 2-7. It's a mess. There are a lot of people that want Kevin Stefanski fired. And I guess there's some legitimate arguments coming off of what, last year to this. But look, for example, at Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, who was a really good quarterback in Baltimore, had been a bum for about 5 years. He comes to the Browns, he plays well, and now he's a bum again in Indianapolis.
He just got benched.
He just got benched again for Anthony Richardson, who's a bum himself.
Want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
He went through camp.
That's it, right? So
he went through all that. He went through all that offseason stuff as an old man.
Yep.
And then when he got to the regular season, he was tuckered out. Whereas when the Browns signed him, he was playing with his kids the week before. He just say, "I'm gonna just go out here and sling it." Now he's there all year. Yeah.
So you're saying he should have load managed?
You're saying he should have load managed there, Leroy.
It's not load.
It all comes around.
It's not load management.
Yeah.
It's just your interest when you have to be there every day is a lot different than saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go play a little football with these Browns, see what's up."
So
that's the way he played last year.
Do you give Stefanski credit for getting good play out of him when nobody else has for the last 6 years?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Kevin Stefanski for this reason.
Yeah.
Like, as much as people want to get rid of him, do you realize what he did the last couple of years? Like, with 3 and 4 and 5 different quarterbacks? Like, that's not easy to do. To change your offense that much to fit a player and still keep everybody else involved. That's not an easy thing to do. And he's doing it on the fly. The man has never had a consistent team.
Okay.
He hasn't. So while you sitting here criticizing, or there's people out there criticizing the coach, ask yourself this. If I were to take Kevin Stefanski out of the equation and put somebody else in under the same circumstances, would this team be any better?
In most cases, no. Certainly with Andy Reid or a couple other guys, but in most cases, no.
The point is that you can be the best designer of offensive football there is. If you don't have the players, it's not going to work. And it ain't the coaching all the time. Now, there are certain situations where you can clearly see, hey, this team has talent. We should be better. But be careful when you say that. Be careful. Make sure that when you say something like that, you're just not upset because team 2-7.
Right.
Make sure that when you say we're going to make changes, that the changes would make this team better right now. Because next year, if you have a new coach, they're going to bring in a whole bunch of new players, and you're going to say, see?
Yep.
They're also going to have a quarterback they have to pay $85 million to.
Well, like that's a whole nother.
That's always the buzzkill. Oh yeah, there's that.
There is only one reason. There is only one reason why you get rid of Kevin Stefanski.
Why?
And I'm gonna put it out there for you. If Kevin Stefanski was the catalyst and the guy behind, I want Deshaun Watson.
I'll agree with that.
That's it. Other than that, if somebody else or the owner is the one that decided we gonna give Kevin Stefanski Deshaun Watson, you can't fire that man.
I agree, but we'll probably never know how it went down.
No, you don't ever know.
But Jimmy knows.
Hell, when I was with the Browns, we fired Bill Belichick when we were 4-2, and they decided that they was gonna move the team in the middle of the damn season. And then we went in the tank, and they say, "Oh, we need a new coach."
Leroy, this team just had a bye week. They're sitting there. You're 2-17. Like, what do you focus on? Like, if you're Kevin Stefanski, what's your message to the team? Coming out of this, and what are you trying to accomplish here in the final, remaining games of the year?
I'm gonna give you one of the lasting statements that a coach has when the season is going bad. Right? We need to be professionals. We need to go out there and play well, even if you're not gonna be here next year. Right? Have some pride in what you're doing. And don't go out there and let the situation and the circumstances make you look bad so that now you've ruined your chance at having another opportunity. And I think I've never watched a game this year and thought that the team wasn't playing hard. I never thought that, especially on the defensive side. I've never thought that. Offensively, I never thought that. I think guys want to win. I think guys are trying to win. I think guys are being very professional in how they go about doing what they do.
Even Jed Wills?
But, I mean, like, yeah, there's some situations during the game you could point out. But I do believe that they're trying everything they can to win football games. It's just not working out for whatever reason. And it's hard to win football games when the position you have the most questions is at quarterback. It is very hard to win football games. And I just hope that the struggles at that position don't suck the life out of the rest of the team.
Well, Leroy, let me just say this. When you talk about it, you say, you know, when you got the position that's not doing the most or doing the most important position in the quarterback position is not propping up and is not doing enough to win football games. Well, let me ask you this. Let me bring it to you from Jimmy Hasim's point of view. So Jimmy Hasim says, all right, well, look, when we had Baker Mayfield here, we were up for a contract negotiation, and you said that he wasn't good enough. You said that.
But like, however that conversation went, like, we don't know. And this is where it gets tricky with these things. Because everybody's going to toe the company line, and you're never really going to know who was the guy.
Yeah, was it Jimmy? Was it
someone
else?
So you had. So here's the thing. Okay, well, if say it was a collaborative effort, and it was Andrew Berry,
how about
and it was
Stefanski. What if I said Kevin Stefanski wanted to keep Baker Mayfield?
Okay, well that's so. So if he wanted to keep him, did Andrew Berry want to or not?
That's why I said this is every week I come on, we have a conversation, and it ends up being this: the decisions that come after the season are gonna in part have to do with who's the people that decided to make some of the decisions in years past. If it's the owner, I think the owner gives them a chance to fix it. If it wasn't, I think the owner sits in the room with them and give them the stink eye. Give this guy $230 million, huh? Right? And he looking across the table. He looking across the table and say, "Well, $230 million, that's a lot of money."
Wouldn't that person have been fired by now if it was anyone other than Jimmy? Because that's a fireable offense. Like, we no longer have to wonder if this was a good move.
But again, that's my point. That my point is that without knowing who was responsible, all right.
But they know. Jimmy knows.
Without knowing, then it's hard to then, because let's just be honest. If they fire Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski, everybody gonna think it was them, right? Right? That makes sense, right?
Yeah. I mean, with Jimmy though, don't follow conventional wisdom.
Leroy, before you go, I got a quick trivia question. The Leroy Hoard trivia question. You ready?
Sure. You
made the Pro Bowl, as you referenced, in 1994. Do I have that correct? Mm-hmm. There were There were 5 members of your Cleveland Browns team that made it with you. Can you name the other 5 who made the Pro Bowl with you in 1994?
Metcalf.
Correct.
Pepper Johnson.
Correct.
Rob Burnett.
Correct.
Hold on.
2 more.
Was it Michael Dean Perry?
Correct. 1 more.
Hold on. Michael Dean Perry. And
this is a Prevagen commercial.
I can't think of the last one. I know
defensive back.
Yeah, give him the position.
It was Eric Turner.
Eric Turner, there it is.
Wow.
Okay.
There you go. Pretty good,
good.
Leroy.
Hey, Leroy, is that a guitar behind you?
Huh?
Is that a guitar behind you?
Yeah.
Do you play it?
No, my son plays like
Oh, damn.
6 or 7 instruments or whatever.
Does he really? You told me that before.
Yeah.
I forgot. I was going to ask you to play us out with a song, but if you can't play it, I guess that's not going to happen.
Hey, I'll play. I'll play guitar about as good as Deshaun Watson could play quarterback right now.